More than 30 million Americans have diabetes and roughly 7 million use insulin. But a recent study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that about a quarter of diabetics are rationing their insulin because of the cost. A Long Island mother went viral when she tweeted, "I just bought 2 vials of insulin for my daughter. Cost me $524 with a discount card. All I could buy. I left the pharmacy and sat in my car and cried." And when I talked to Doreen Rudolph last August, she said she felt like Big Pharma was holding her daughter's life hostage. At the time, her copay for a 3-month supply of insulin was around $1,300.
It makes me cry because you watch your child struggle. You watch them try to get better. You watch them to try to be normal.
Doreen says that since we talked, her daughter's copay has gone up to $1,400 for a 3-month supply of insulin. And she said it's not a Republican or Democratic issue. It's an American crisis. Democratic Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois just introduced a bipartisan bill to tackle this. It's nice to have you with us, Senator.
Thanks, Solda.
So let's talk about some of the legislation first, and then I want to get into the bigger picture of why we are where we are. What's on the table right now?
Well, I have several bills that I'm working on, and the one that addresses the issue that you've raised really goes to the heart of this fundamental problem that we have. We have these companies that are taking drugs, many of which were discovered years ago. Insulin, discovered 98 years ago. The researchers in Canada who discovered it surrendered the patent rights for $1 and said, we don't want anyone to make a profit off this life or death drug. Here we are 98 years later, and Doreen Rudolph is a classic example of what's happening to many families. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that they don't overuse the rights of exclusivity. That means that I can sell it at this price, others cannot copy it, a generic form, at a lower price. That's one of the major problems we have with the current drug situation. Families that you've run into, and you talked about Ms. Rudolph's situation, there are some deadly consequences when they start rationing insulin. People die because they don't have the proper dosage. So this is really your money or your life.
So pharmaceutical companies would say, sure, that drug has been discovered, is on the market, is stable, could cost this, but we actually need to fund R&D for other things. And that's one of the reasons why there's sort of this high prices or rising prices for some of these drugs. How would you respond to that?
Well, the fundamentals, I think, are true on their side. They are profit-making companies. With their profits, they invest in research, looking for new drugs, which we want to encourage. Those ventures into new drugs aren't always successful. They spend a lot of money in clinical trials on drugs that never make it past the FDA. All those things being said, the fact is the pharmaceutical industry in America is spending more money on advertising and marketing than they are on research.
And lobbying, too.
And lobbying. And they really are in a kind of a sainted position on Capitol Hill. No one takes them on.
And why is that? I mean, if you look at who they underwrite a lot of Dems. They hold fundraisers for Democrats. And Republicans too.
Both.
So I think often voters, both on the Republican side and the Democratic side, say, we get this game, which is ultimately they're helping fund people's campaigns, so no one feels the urge to tackle this problem because they're deep pockets and you need them if you want to actually have a successful campaign.
At the heart of this issue is the corruption of our campaign financing system in America. And I'll just concede that point. And I live in that world, and it's a painful thing to say. But these companies, these pharmaceutical companies, have more money than friends. And so they end up befriending Democrats and Republicans, and many people back off.
Is it just that we have lost the levers of being able to negotiate?
Well, we've also created a legal tangle where originally we said for 20 years, because you invested all this money in the research for this drug, we're going to give you exclusive rights to sell the drug at your price for 20 years. But at the end of 20 years, there's going to be competition. A generic is going to come on the market, and you're going to find that the overall price is going down for the consumer. So what the pharmaceutical companies have done is to extend that patent right with so-called exclusivity to eliminate competition. by filing more and more patents. You look at the top 10 drugs sold in America, and it turns out that they have seen increases in prices, I should say increases in their patent periods 70 times.
How come this is not an issue in Canada, where it's significantly less expensive?
Because their government cares. And their government says if you want to sell into the Canadian healthcare system, you're not going to rip off Canadians or the Canadian government.
But if it's a bipartisan issue with bipartisan support, and people who are using insulin are Republicans and independents and Democrats, is the biggest issue there's just not the will in the Congress to say, keep your big dollar funding for my campaign, which I really, really need, and let's get this legislation passed? I mean, is it as simple as that?
It is at the moment, but this is a year of testing. This election cycle, we have a president, President Trump, who campaigned on doing something about prescription drug prices, and a party, my own Democratic Party, which says the same thing. Well, it looks like the stars are lining up. We'll see.
Senator Dick Durbin, it's so nice to have you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.